What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Black man says brotherhood has collapsed. And he's absolutely correct. And it's due to the nature of the society in which we live in. All right? Human beings are pack animals. We are meant to operate in groups. Okay? We are meant to be in groups. Our bodies and our cultures and our physiology is meant to be around other human beings to assist us, in this human journey. And this individual hustle, dog, crab in the barrel Western society has caused the pack, the team, right, to break apart, right? And like, for instance, many people don't know what it's like to be on a sports team, all right? Many people don't know the addiction of being a part of a group, especially men, right? And don't understand why anybody would join a gang. It's the camaraderie. Men crave camaraderie and love. You see, men in Western society try to pretend like we don't need love, we don't feel pain, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we don't need nothing. We are individual soldiers going through this life by ourselves. We can do everything by ourselves, for ourselves. We are men, individual, right? That's the white Western way of thinking, because they had to be like that during scarcity. They think and act, with a sense of scarcity. Their culture is one of survival, right? A dog eat dog, for the last scrap, the last bone, right? So with that, there's no teams, because you got to kill the person on your team in order for you to survive in those situations. But Africans, right, black people, we are still true to our true nature of teamwork. That's why I keep saying we're communal. I'm not just saying we're communal to make ourselves feel better. We literally are communal, right? If you look at the continent at which we are from, which is the majority of the planet's livable and arable space and agricultural space and, pleasant space for human beings to be, unless you ain't got no melanin and you burn up and die, right? But if you look at all the animals, right, that are predators, that are apex predators, they're pack animals for the most part, right? Look at the lion prides. Look at the bonobo troops. Look at the chimpanzee troops. Look at the gorilla troops. Look how the wildebeests gather together. Look how the wild dogs gather together in packs. Look how the hyena gather in clans. Like, we gather together and we use each other, because we know you can't do anything on your own. We're team players. And it's not like being on the team. That's the infectious part of being with a group. That's why I understand why these people are gearing towards FBA and things like that. It's a group. It's a social group. Men want to be a part of groups that will help to show them manly love and validation, right? So you join a group. You grab them from squaws. They draw this FBA. Here's Trigan and She. He's a charismatic leader that's going to galvanize us together and make us unify the way we want to unify. That's why you notice most FBA is a bunch of middle-aged incel black men, right, and older black men who just wasn't born during the era, right? Or they just weren't when it was their time, when they was in their 20s and it was time for them to make a move to do something for the community. They ain't do nothing. They was scared. So now it's their opportunity to be a part of something, do something. There's a lot of them like that, right? There's a lot of them like that who've seen the civil rights movement, right? And they want to recreate that, but they don't know how to do that, right? Because they were children when they saw it, right? There's a lot of uneducated, older black individuals who didn't seek true information. They just sought validation, for anything anti-white, anything anti-Christian, i.e. Hebrew Israelites and Islam. That's the only reason you got the jail Islamics, right, who go to jail, come out, they automatically Islamic now, right, because they want to buck against the Christianic machine, right? And you got the Hebrew Israelites. It's just another way to buck against the Christianic machine and say, I hate the white man for this and that, and then you got, football teams, they're united, they're fighting for a goal to win a championship. Then you got the military, right? You're legitimately fighting for your life and your brother's life. It's nothing like a team. And I know what it's like to be a part of a pack where it's like you and some dudes, and they're your brothers, and it's ride or die. In real life, ride or die, live or die, life or death, and you have to rely on your boys. Your boys got to rely on you. There's some camaraderie with that transcends a lot of things. It's something men need. We are warriors. We're meant to fight. All right? We're meant to use this testosterone. We're meant to hunt. That's why they used to have rites of passage. We don't even got no man rite of passage no more. What's the black man's rite of passage? Making a hip-hop song? Making a drill rap? Huh? Acting like a female online? So you can start artificial beef for clout, then get yourself killed because you want to be outside and tell everybody where you are, live and in real time. Make yourself a target. You want to do that? You want to get Charlie Kirk? All right, because a lot of you black people get Charlie Kirk a lot. Charlie Kirk, that ain't first time something happened on TV. How many times have we seen the social media drum up their own beef, right, on YouTube or social media and get themselves killed on live on camera? This ain't the first time. All right, he was just another YouTuber, another social media guy who got himself killed online for talking shit. All right, and the wrong person wanted to do something about it. All right, so I'm just saying, like, teamwork, right? Teamwork and the camaraderie of groups is a thing that men want, and it's easy to take advantage of men who want that. How do you think all these jihadist groups get together? You see, I'm an expert on counterterrorism. I'm legitimately a professional, and I understand the psyche and how terrorist organizations and NGOs who operate under a terroristic industrial complex, I understand how they operate. I know, because I used to be a cog in that machine. I was the fly on the wall. Y'all gotta remember, all these rich people and these powerful people, they got the help. They got the maid standing there listening to their conversations. They got the butler sitting there to their conversation. They got the security officer sitting there listening to their conversation. They got the trained soldier that they tell to go out and fight for all their wants and needs. They got him listening to their conversation because they look at us, the warrior class, the peasant class, the helper class, as insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Therefore, they don't even respect or reveal you or value you enough to keep the shit from you. They would just talk about the shit in front of you. I'm telling you. That's how cogs in the machine know. You ask most butlers who operate in rich places, they will tell you they know a lot of shit. All right? Because the rich people think they're just peons. They just take this tip and move on with your little square hat on top of your head type of shit. Yeah, so you got to understand, people like myself and many others who have been specific cogs in their machine, we know a little bit something, right? And I'm telling you, all these institutions of terror, all these religious institutions are people just trying to be in groups. It's just these organized groups are not benefiting the collective community. These organized groups are being taken advantage of. These organized groups are being exploited. These organized groups are exploiting others under the guise of uplifting themselves. These organized groups are becoming terroristic domestic organizations wherever they manifest themselves, because there's one charismatic leader that's taking advantage of these people who need to be wanted, to not be alone, to be a part of groups, to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Right? They take advantage of that and cause all kinds of turmoil and chaos. And that is, in fact, the truth. Anyway, let's listen to this black man cook like he always do and tell me what you guys think in the comment section. This Afro. Think tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
One thing I want you to understand is that men aren't just lonely. Brotherhood has collapsed. Brotherhood, as you know, it has collapsed in on itself, and nobody told them. Not because men got weaker, not because women changed, not because feelings got soft. Brotherhood died because the system buried it and taught men to perform masculinity instead of experience it. Because men weren't supposed to live life solo. We know this. We know this. Men weren't supposed to do that. Men were supposed to have each other, though. Not in competition, not in silence, not in dominance, but in witness. In witness. Brotherhood used to mean you weren't grieving alone. You weren't scared alone. You weren't raising your kids alone. You weren't carrying the weight of being a man alone. Right? I'm just saying it. Men were supposed to grow with mirrors and not masks. And when those mirrors disappear, you didn't just lose your friends, you lost yourself. It's a fact, right? The collapse of brotherhood, just so you really get it, the collapse of brotherhood did not make men weak. I am not saying that. It did make them unmirrored. And an unmirrored man will disappear in plain sight. I promise. That's the real epidemic right there in your face. Because a man with no brotherhood has no emotional outlet, no identity formation, no accountability without shame, no place to confess, no place to collapse, no place to be seen. So he turns every struggle inward until it becomes numbness, performance, or rage. That's all he has left. Not because he's dangerous, but because he's unwitnessed. He's unwitnessed. Nobody spots him. And the system loves unwitnessed men. Because guess what unwitnessed men are? Easy to control. Easy to radicalize. Easy to exhaust. Easy to shame. Easy to distract. Easy to turn against women. And easy to turn against themselves. I'm telling you, they come with the whole package. Because a man without brotherhood will mistake isolation for identity and performance for strength. I'm going to just tell you again. A man without brotherhood will mistake isolation for identity and performance for strength. That's the trap right there, because patriarchy didn't fail men. It starved them and then rewarded them for having bones only. Right? Bones only. It taught men to distrust the only people who could have taught them how to be human. Each other. Right? I'm just being honest. So it replaced brotherhood with competition, hierarchy, silence, shame, the real man stands alone lie, and then handed women the job description of being every man's therapist, mirror, mother, and emotional system. It did. Right? It told them be everything because it required a man to be nothing. That's what it was. Not because women ever changed, though. I don't want you to get stuck on that. It's because men had no men to fall back on. Nobody had your back. And you know that. Nobody was there for you. So because of that, I want you to know that men are not lonely because they don't have women. Men are lonely because they don't have men. That's the saddest part of the whole story. They miss something they never had. They feel nostalgic for a bond that was stolen before they were born. And that ache, that hollowness, that quiet panic that forms under you, that is never weakness. I won't let you call yourself weak here. It's actually the ghost of brotherhood calling your name back home. So the collapse of brotherhood was never a man's failure. It wasn't, but it was the system strategy. It was the system strategy. And on it, in its return, that's on us. Right? If we want brotherhood back, it really is going to be on us because men don't need to be rescued. Men do need to be reunited. Men need to be reunited. And the world will never heal until brotherhood does.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.